According to Successes Police annual crime reports, domestic violence is on the rise in Uganda. According to the report released in 2020, a total of 17,664 cases of domestic violence were registered, out of which 3,408 were male adults, implying that men are also violated. The high numbers are attributed to a number of factors ranging from poverty, high illiteracy rates, and lack of employment, among others. In efforts to address these issues, the Interreligious Council of Uganda, together with Global Peace Foundation, has launched a family festival where all these issues will be addressed.
The Interreligious Family Festival 2024 will highlight the importance of family values and interfaith cooperation. It will also foster respect and appreciation for diversity, promote sustainable peace and development, and strengthen the family structure as a catalyst for African Renaissance.
Addressing journalists at the Uganda Media Center in Kampala, Muruli Mukasa, the Minister of Public Service, said it's not an African culture for a woman to beat a man.
Of course, we'll take cognizance of the gaps that exist now in the families, and these gaps are there. We know them. They have been mentioned in passing. But of course, during that week, there'll be time to explore them further. Yes. You know, there's a Luganda word which says bulombolombo. Those bulombolombo are not for nothing. They are put in place to make sure that the productive system is stable and steady. For instance, if a woman wakes up one morning and decides to beat the husband seriously, maybe breaks his arm, and the husband is the one who has been going to the garden to do some work, obviously he can't go for a number of months, probably. And therefore our garden of cassava is going to grow with weeds, and its production level or productive level is going to be hard. So there is a direct economic loss.
Bishop Andrew Lugolobi, the Secretary General, Born Again Faithful, observed that the major causes of women beating up men is the misinformation from women empowerment movement and illiteracy, among others.
Beat a man. Until of recent, one of the prominent people in Kampala came in my office and he removed his shirt. He was showing me his back, and I realized that it had turned black because the wife was beating him using a solido. And I asked a number of questions. One of the things he told me was the wife was coming in a well-to-do family. There was an economic imbalance between the family of the man and the family of the wife. Issue of the misinformation. Many people did not understand the women empowerment aspect. That is why you hear of the slogan, what a man can do, a woman can do better. It is a good one, but when it enters into a family, it may cause violence.
Bishop Lugolobi said the marriage law doesn't favor intervention of religious leaders in the fight against domestic violence.
Whenever we wed our people, the law does not send them back to us. It sends them to courts of law. So we lose jurisdiction the moment we wed them. So we are also, as the religious leaders, disempowered by the existing legal regime.
Ambassador Militon Kambula from the Global Peace Foundation noted that the festival intends to promote cultural norms and values basing on the Christian values.
So as much as you're talking about education, what type of education are you building for the country? The first teacher in the country is the parent, because he's a moral educator. So the gap that we are facing in the continent, to be able to go back to how Africa used to be 400 years ago, that built the pyramids, that built the Tumpukutus, producing innovators and billionaires and feeding the rest of the world. We lost that power. And so this event, the festival, is coming to close the gaps so that the parents who own the factors of production can provide them to their children.
The festival will take place on the 29th of June 2024 at Kololo Independence Grounds under the theme Celebrating Family, Faith, Freedom, and a God for African Renaissance.